It's time to get activated, gamers, because you're listening to the GigaBoots Game of the Year 2025, featuring Noel and Bob video games.
One of us awards the truth.
The other, a lie.
Chris Wolfhart
Will the French take it all home?
and Dr. Agro.
Correct opinions, designed by committee.
This part features outrageous categories such as
Most anticipated game. Most likely to be delayed. Biggest f***up. And game none of us played.
So grab your nuggies and Mountain Dew, gamers. Sit back in your race car chair and get ready, because the GigaBoots Game of the Year 2025 Podstravaganza starts right now! Yippee!
Hello and welcome to Game of the Year 2025. The year 2025 is in the bag and I'm out of the closet. Joining me is Bob,
Woo!
Chris Wolfhart,
Woo!
and Dr. Agro.
Woohoo!
As usual, we like to start these with looking back and looking forward at the same time, and we're gonna start this one with looking forward. Most anticipated game. The nominees are 007 First Light, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. We could fit one more "the" in there. The Blood of Dawnwalker. We could fit one more "the" in there. Bloodstained, The Scarlet Engagement, Bubsy 4D, Code Vein 2, Control Resident, Deca Police, Demon Tides, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, The Dusk Bloods. I hate that every time I read that, I'm like, it's like a sitcom set in Bloodborne.
Yes!
Stupid fucking sitcom spinoff. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. That title sucks.
You need to know it's both complete and remastered, okay?
I don't. That's terrible. Endless Monday, in progress. Fable. Gears of War E-Day. Grand Theft Auto 6. Halo Campaign Evolved. High Guard.
That might come out the day this releases.
Allegedly, that is coming out or has come out by now. High on Life 2. Mario Tennis Fever. Marathon. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Marvel Tokone Fighting Souls. Marvel's Wolverine. Mega Man Dual Override. Mina the Hollower. Motor Slice. Neo 3. Onimusha Way of the Sword. Phantom Blade Zero. Pokemon Pokopia. Pragmata. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. Resident Evil Requiem. Romeo is a Dead Man. Rhythm Heaven Groove. Saros. Scott Pilgrim EX. Spine, This is Gun Fu? I cannot believe that's the title. Star Wars Galactic Racer, Star Wars Zero Company, Styx, Blades of Greed, Tides of Annihilation, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, Valor Mortis, and what is the name of that Game Freak game? We forgot to put it on here. Beast of Resurrection?
Yes.
Or is it Beast of Reincarnation? Beast of Reincarnation. Forgot to put that on the list.
Just squeaked in there.
Just at the last minute. They were like, hey, you remember this? And we're like, yeah, of course. Of course.
Oh, I guess we also didn't put Forza Horizon 6 in here. There's just so many.
I think that's more of a taste of the people on this podcast sort of deal.
Yeah, I don't know if...
Is this going to be Chris's big year to get into racing games? I don't...
He picks Forza.
Nah, probably not.
But this car is made from Japanese steel, folded 10,000 times.
That's not good for a race car.
Okay, that is an insane amount of nominees. There's a lot to look forward to.
That's all definitely coming out this year, right?
I promise.
Absolutely.
100% every single one of these will ship by the end of 2026.
I have decided in these turbulent times to choose faith.
Our Lord Jesus Christ is going to make sure they all come out this year.
it's like the buff Jesus art in the middle of a fucking Microsoft game studio.
Don't do that because then Judas will betray him and push the date.
Oh
No!
no! We should have seen this coming. I'm going to go ahead and say we get 5 votes each. And I feel like Chris should be the pacemaker for this. Chris, give me your 5 most anticipated games of 2026.
Tides of Annihilation. I have to believe that a game with a trailer that cool will not be dog shit.
No one would put out something like Soul Aside, right?
Hopefully someone who isn't Sony won't. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. I'm really excited to see what like a modern Capcom action game that isn't Devil May Cry looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodstained, because it's Bloodstained.
Hell yeah. 2 more.
Romeo is a Dead Man. I'm really excited for Romeo is a Dead Man.
Fuck yes.
And I guess we have to have 2 samurai games, so Neo 3.
I will go ahead and go next. Man, if they had a stronger trailer for Marvel's Wolverine and it didn't just look like the most depressingly Sony AAA shit, I would definitely put that because I have been anticipating it so much. But now it's sort of like a hesitant anticipation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I need to see more. I need to know. So I'm also going to throw another vote on Romeo's a Dead Man. That game's going to be fucking awesome. I love Suda. I love that we're getting another game that is very No More Heroes 3 that is not a No More Heroes game. That's always great.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see him do something without Travis.
Yes.
Just see how that goes.
I also am throwing down on my fucking GOAT of the year it came out, Bloodstained. This time the sequel, The Scarlet Engagement. If that's not my game of the year, something went wrong.
Right?
That's about how that's going to go. Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered because, man, Dynasty Warriors Origins is great. I sure would like that in a normal Dynasty Warriors format, and this seems like that is what they're going for. I am fucking thrilled.
Yeah, no, that could easily be the best Dynasty Warriors ever.
It could. It could. Let's see. I have 2 more. I would vote for Mega Man Dual Override, but I feel like the trailer's a little weak, and even though they tease some ideas of things, there's not enough of a shape or a form there yet for me to be excited, so my vote is going to go to Control Resonant, because damn do I love Remedy games, but damn do I hate shooting at enemies in modern Remedy games, so I think that'll be an interesting change of pace, and I'm super excited to see what they do with the world and everything, breaking out from the building and Control into the outer world.
Oh, right. I guess we also could technically put Max Payne remakes on here.
That's true. We could. If you want to vote for it, feel free to add it. I'm far more excited for Control Resonant, personally.
That's fair.
I have 1 more vote, which means it's going to have to go to Pragmata. If there's one game I'm looking at that could steal Game of the Year from Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement, it is Pragmata. It seems like the absolutely excellent playability and addictiveness and smooth everything you expect from like Resident Evil 4 Remake put into a completely new IP. I'm really fucking thrilled to play that. And with my voting done, we throw it to Bob.
All right, I gotta start out with Onimusha. Every single thing I see of this game looks pretty incredible. Beyond excited. Like, that's... I've been waiting so long for this. It leaked back when they did that. Like, we had the NVIDIA leak, I think. So we've been waiting a while.
How long ago was that? 5 years?
Maybe 6. God.
Yeah. Modern Game Dev. .jpeg.
Phantom Blade Zero also looks really cool. I really want that to be good, so I'm going to throw a vote on there. This is so much harder than it should be. Bloodstained, an obvious pick.
There are a lot of exciting games this year.
Yeah.
They're all coming out this year, I promise. Even the one that overtly said it is not.
Let's see. Thinking about putting it on the one that overtly said that it's not, and just voting for Mega Man.
You can most anticipate a thing that isn't coming out this year. You can do that.
I can.
You know, again, this category, I think I forgot to read it at the beginning. It is sponsored by Judas.
So that's why we can't vote for that one.
That's why we can't vote for Judas, because it's a sponsor. We had to remove it from the running because everyone's so excited.
Yes. Still. We never stopped.
Despite the fact it will, in fact, betray Christ.
I mean, that just makes me more excited.
Oh, my.
I'm into that shit.
You know what? I'm going to go... Romeo is a Dead Man.
Hell yeah.
I really want to see what Suda's doing.
And he's doing it for $49.99.
Right? And that's 4 from me, right?
Yes.
Okay. No one will join me out here, but Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I don't know. Maybe.
If it actually is Burnout with Star Wars, that will be really cool.
Yeah. I'm excited. Dr. Aggro, it is now your turn.
Bob, I want you to know that I'm not going to join you out there, but not because I'm not excited. It just isn't going to make the list. My first vote is going to go to my perfect and beautiful space daughter in Pragmata. Then Control Resonant. Saros.
Oh my god, someone actually voted for it.
I did. The only one of us who didn't experience Returnal's plot.
Oh my god, you didn't?
No, I didn't. It kept crashing. I never went back and beat it.
What a complicated win.
Right?
Phantom Blade Zero.
Yes, someone just needs to stand with me.
Oh, and I'm sorry, but that Tides of Annihilation trailer made me go, what the fuck are you even making? So I'm going to give it to Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh!
God, I probably should have voted for that just because I'm excited by it. What are you even making?
Okay, let me go ahead and sort these out and we'll see what we're talking about. Okay, so with 3 votes, at the top is Bloodstained, The Scarlet Engagement, and Romeo is a Dead Man. With 2 votes each, we have Control Resonant, Onimusha Way of the Sword, Phantom Blade Zero, and Pragmata. And with 1 vote each, we have Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered, Neo 3, Resident Evil Requiem, Saros, Star Wars Galactic Racer, Tides of Annihilation. And that's it. Should we cut down to 3 votes each and move on?
Yeah.
I feel like people can vote for anything that has any amount of votes. Is that okay with everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Aggro just went, so we're going to go back to Bob. You get to start wave 2.
All right, 3 votes. Onimusha, Phantom Blade, and Bloodstained.
Chris.
Onimusha, Bloodstained, and Romeo is a Dead Man.
Romeo is a Dead Man, Bloodstained. And those were easy. Now for the third one, which is really fucking hard. Pragmata. Aggro.
Bloodstained, Pragmata, and Control.
Maybe it's bold. Maybe it's too early. Maybe we can lock in Bloodstained for number 1.
Yeah, probably. That seems pretty safe.
Feels like correct.
Yeah, that seems like what all of us are leaning towards.
So currently the runnings is between, with 2 votes each, Romeo's Dead Man, Onimusha Way of the Sword, and Pragmata, and 1 vote each, Control Resident and Phantom Blade 0. So focusing on that, if we move down to 2 votes, it would go the same. We're already
we don't
in
know
the...
that.
Yes, I mean, that's true. I really didn't account for the human element. Hey, Aggro, do you want to... I feel like I could throw behind Control Resonant. Should we do that or Pragmata?
Ooh.
Right? We might be able to get Bob to throw it on Control Resonant. Maybe.
I don't know if we can get him to abandon Phantom Blade 0.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Pragmata is going to be really good, but part of the problem is I've now played it, so I'm like, oh, it's obviously really good.
Yeah,
I don't need to buy it anymore.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
Oh, that heightens the anticipation. I can now love without fear.
You don't build anticipation with a wild energy if you have the constant fear of what if she betrays me?
But yeah, I would be closer to voting for Pragmata than Control, though, because Control, I'm like, oh, that's gonna suck, but I'm gonna like it.
It is the wild card.
The problem here is that I could really vote for anything up here except for Phantom Blade 0. That's the one I have. Like, I'm excited for that for other people, but I have no investment.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else looks fucking excellent. Like, Romeo's Dead Man, Onimusha, Pragmata, and Control Resonant all are extremely exciting.
Romeo's Dead Man is the one I keep looking at going, oh man, I'm excited to see when that game comes out if it looks like it cost $5 and sucks.
Let me tell you, No More Heroes 3 looks like it cost $5 and is amazing and sucks. I'm so excited for cutscenes where Suda abruptly writes out characters because they couldn't finish them.
Should we see where we land if we all get 1 vote?
Oh, shit. Sure, I'll do that. Romeo is a Dead Man. Chris.
Onimusha.
Bob.
Onimusha.
Aggro.
Fuck Pragmata.
Oh, no. I can live with Onimusha being second. If Romeo gets third.
Oh.
Well, I suppose we each have to pick between Romeo and Pragmata.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, for wave 4 voting, you at 1 vote. Romeo's a Dead Man or Pragmata? I'm going Romeo's a Dead Man. Aggro.
I tried my best, my beautiful Dickensian robot wave. Yeah, Pragmata.
Chris.
Romeo is a dead man.
Bob.
Oh, no. I will accomplish nothing here. Pragmata.
I'm willing to change to Pragmata because Romeo is a dead man is out in 3 weeks.
Oh, hell yes. What a great way to start
the anticipation, bizarrely, as we get closer to a game being out, my anticipation goes down. Like it's not much longer. I don't have to froth at the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I don't need to sweat over the crack. It's right there. I'll get across the room in just a second.
Walk, do not run.
That is understandable. And I will die on this hill that Romeo's Dead Man is third, unless there's something someone else wants to shove up here.
No, like, I get it. It's Suda.
That's the best part, and the reason you really anticipate a Suda game is that you really don't know what he's gonna do, but because you can tell at a planning level, he doesn't know what he's gonna do.
Uh-huh. Something's gonna happen, and you're gonna want to be looking at the screen when it does.
Uh-huh.
Man, I'm sad we didn't really put Endless Monday in Progress up here very much.
Here's why I didn't vote for it. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Every time I play an Endless Monday game, it perfectly reflects my terrible procrastination problem as I grind it for Game of the Year, and I feel so seen. At the same time, it's horrifying. So I'm really not looking forward to entering that state again, even though it will be this beautiful resonant moment again between me and the game. It is one of my most anticipated games. However, it is not one of my most anticipated states of being.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm looking at this and I'm seeing if there's anything that really should just come up here. Because as it currently stands, it would be Bloodstain, Pragmata, and Romeo's a Dead Man with runner-up Onimusha.
How did Onimusha get that low? What happened?
It got thrown out.
This category, more than any other, changes when the winnowing starts.
Okay, so are we doing a vote between Romeo's a Dead Man and Onimusha?
I thought Onimusha was above Pragmata even, and then suddenly it's down here.
It only got 2 votes at any point. I mean, if you want to do it, we can.
Oh, I'm not for putting Pragmata above Onimusha. I thought we were voting for third place here.
Okay. Well, 1 second.
Yeah.
1 second. So y'all want Onimusha in second place above Pragmata, pushing Romeo's a Dead Man to runner up.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Between Pragmata and Onimusha, you get 1 vote each. Bob.
Onimusha.
Chris.
Onimusha.
Aggro.
Pragmata.
Pragmata.
Yeah, I think that's how we got here.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Chris's priorities are just based on which one's furthest away.
No. My priority is most based on that if I'm given the choice between a gun and a sword, I'll pick sword every single time.
You know who probably has both? Romeo's a Dead Man.
Yeah, but most of them are going to feel bad, though.
Nah, you don't know that.
The No More Heroes 3 feels good enough.
Yeah, it's got really cool moves. Unfortunately, I don't think Romeo's going to be yelling about cheesecake the whole time he pulls off his fucking moves, so, There's got to be some way to solve this.
I think, if nothing else, the majority can agree that it'd be Bloodstain, Pragmata, Onimusha, then Romeo.
I think if Romeo has to slide to runner-up, then I would want Pragmata to be second. I think that would sit well with me. My worst case scenario is Onimusha is second and Romeo's runner-up. So how many people would be okay with Bloodstain, Onimusha, Romeo, Pragmata?
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
That's my current nightmare scenario. My big problem here is I'm so unattached to either Romeo or Onimusha. I'm like, oh, that looks neat.
No, I get that. So,
are we gonna have to out the gate just tie Pragmata and Onimusha for second?
There's got to be a way to think around this. There's got to be a logic to this. I can't pick up the tie gun.
I can live with Bloodstain, Pragmata, Onimusha.
That works for me.
Yeah, I can also accept that.
I guess I'm going to have to go with the majority here. Even though I don't want Romeo to drop out of the top 3. It feels like that's the only piece that can be found.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is what Chris said, of like, that game is basically out. Like, we're so close.
But it's such a mystery box.
Which could also be empty.
I feel like Onimusha is more of a mystery box. Yeah, no, I'm more confident that Onimusha won't be empty.
Right?
But imagine the excitement when you open the $50 box and it's empty.
Like, I'm pretty sure Jean Reno won't be in this Onimusha. I don't know if he's going to be in Romeo as a Dead Man.
See?
Look, with Onimusha, you can't be sure Jean Reno isn't in it.
That does seem like something Capcom would do. Having played Devil May Cry 5, I feel like that is a moment that Capcom understands would be fucking hype as shit. Okay, so what we're talking about is Bloodstained, Pragmata, Onimusha, and then runner-up Romeo?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's good with locking that in?
I can live with that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay. One moment while I rearrange this a little. Okay, so I've now arranged it. And that looks correct to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There is probably not a gaming podcast network out there that sucks Koji Igarashi's dick as hard as this one.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true, and we're right to do it. Okay, so that means our most anticipated game of 2026 is Bloodstained, The Scarlet Engagement, followed by Pragmata and Onimusha, Way of the Sword. With the honorable mention, Romeo is a Dead Man. Hooray, we got through one category and it only took fucking 30 minutes.
That's all.
Oh, thank God, this is gonna be so easy. How should we celebrate? As we also look forward, we must look forward in fear instead of anticipation. We are now debating most likely to be delayed. The nominees are 007 First Light, Fable, Gears of War E-Day, Grand Theft Auto 6, High Guard.
Out today or delayed, we'll
Yeah,
find
that
out.
might be out by the time they hear this.
Yeah.
Judas. Wow, you think Judas might get delayed? That's crazy. Marathon, Marvel's Wolverine, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, and Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. Do we have a date for Judas? Can you delay a game that doesn't have? Is it locked to a year?
I think Judas has been supposed to come out this year at the start of every single game of the year we've ever done since they revealed it.
It feels like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if the last time they said it was going to be 2026, but it probably happened.
I feel like they pretended 2025 once. It just nobody bought it.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, we didn't buy that at all. But it was funny to believe. I'm going to go ahead and say we get 3 votes. Is that fair to people, or should we go to 4?
3 seems fine to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I will go first. Fable. Autumn? Yeah?
Yeah, they couldn't even lock down like
Yeah, that's vague.
a month.
Yeah, no, I could absolutely see that slipping again. 100%.
Mm.
Judas ain't coming out this year. No fucking way.
No.
Literally no fucking way.
It should sponsor the category, but it's funny to have it in here.
It's just sapping up all these vital resources for the other nominees. Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, yes. Delay it out of the year again.
Uh-huh. I think it's going to happen. I think fighting, quote, the good fight, parentheses, the bad fight, will delay it from a labor perspective.
God. Grand Theft Auto 6 is like one of those World War II fleets. We know it's out there, but nobody knows where it is. So everybody's trying to plan around it. You never know when it's going to jump up and strike.
Okay. We now go to Chris.
High Guard.
Gotta believe.
We're 4 days out and nobody knows anything about the fucking game.
Just pushing those chips forward.
Like they have either decided it's just going to die or they're going to delay it. Marathon ain't getting delayed. There's no force on earth that can keep them from pushing that out in March, even if it's a total pile of shit.
That's my belief as well.
Fable, I think, won't be delayed because I think they're giving themselves wiggle room to dodge Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh, so you think the lack of firm communication is just that?
Yes. Marvel 1943 ain't real. That shit's not coming out this year.
It's true.
Yeah, I probably should have voted for that.
Mm.
And Judas.
Aggro.
No matter how fast the future seems to come at us, Judas flits ever and anon forward beyond our reach. Judas. I'm not convinced that Marvel 1943 is still a thing. So that definitely. I have been building the strange impression that Fable hit a point where there's too much momentum, and whatever comes out on that date is what we're gonna get, and they're not pushing it anymore. So I'm gonna vote for First Light.
It was already delayed once.
But yeah, it was only, what was it, only 2 months? From March to May?
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get that double tap that, oh, we just need to tweak a few. Oh God, no. Call marketing.
Okay, and Bob.
Gears of War E-Day. That game comes out this year, and we haven't seen even a second of gameplay.
There are too many strong nominees in this category. like real quick, think about all the nominees and how much the statement you just said applies. That's disgusting.
We've seen gameplay for most of these.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
High Guard, Judas, Marvel, and Gears of War all fit. Technically, even Grand Theft Auto 6 fits. They just had 2 fancy fucking cinematics to show.
Yeah, technically, High Guard, we saw gameplay-like things.
2 months ago or something. Like a month and a half. And they've been dead silent until now.
All right, let's see. I also got to vote for Marvel 1943. That super isn't real. It's too obvious, but it obviously is the case. Judas.
Okay.
Man, yeah, there's too many things this time.
I'm going to cut to the chase. We all know what this comes down to. Is it Marvel or Judas for number 1? You get 1 vote each. Aggro, Judas or Marvel?
Because I believe that Judas is real and getting pushed, I am voting for Judas.
I just processed that. Okay. Bob.
I'm actually voting for Marvel because it's Faker.
Valid.
Chris.
Marvel.
I'm also voting Marvel. I see a world where Judas ships this year and Marvel doesn't.
The CEO of Take-Two wanted that game out in 2025.
Judas?
Eventually he's just gonna get fucking pissed. Be like, put it out.
And it feels like Levine would be really into we didn't show you much of the game, and then boom, check that out. It's actually out now. Whereas I don't
We didn't show
believe-
you anything, so the BioShock Infinite thing, everybody pointing out it's a totally different game than what we showed, doesn't happen again.
Whereas I feel like with Marvel here, they're not showing anything because this game ain't fucking real. The description of it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, with that done, let me rearrange this just even slightly. Okay, so we have, with a winning majority vote, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra currently in first. But the rest of this list of things that got votes is Judas, First Light, 007 First Light, Fable, Gears of War E-Day, Grand Theft Auto 6, and High Guard. I'm going to go ahead and say Wave 1, we unanimously voted for Judas. I think we're all okay with locking that in for second, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then really we're talking about third place and we get 2 votes each. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's start with Aggro.
007 First Light and E-Day.
Bob.
E-Day and Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh shit, that's my exact vote. E-Day and Grand Theft Auto 6. Chris.
High Guard and E-Day.
Jesus.
True to the core, baby. Semper Fi, motherfucker. Okay.
I want it to be true. I think it's too funny.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that maybe Gears of War E-Day is locked in for third. I'm going to go ahead and throw the question out there. Does anyone feel like it should go above Judas?
No.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go that far.
People Can Fly is helping with that. I can easily see it actually coming together into something Microsoft thinks is good enough to ship this year.
Based on Ninja Gaiden 4, I believe they ship things.
Right, yes.
Maybe they shouldn't. But we're not there yet. But what we have decided, at very least, is that first, second, and third goes to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, Judas in second place, and Gears of War E-Day for most likely to be delayed. Do we want to debate runners-up on this? Because I feel like we have so many strong nominees.
I mean, I feel like everyone in this category is a winner.
Right?
No, it's true. The only one out of all of them I can't see it happening to is Marathon and maybe First Light, but mostly Marathon because I believe Sony will just make them ship that.
It is already pushed to the point where it's so close to the end of fiscal year, they can't push it much farther. They got like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're like advertising the statues, and it's that's happening.
Wait, unless they do an open beta and everyone hates it again.
Oh man,
5 days early access. Oh my god, shut it down.
Right?
Somebody pulls a lever marked Concord.
Okay, there we go. Our most likely to be delayed game, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Judas in second place, and third place goes to Gears of War E-Day with a slew of valid runner-ups. Or runners-up. I do this every year. Okay, enough looking forward. Let's look backward. Next category, game that shouldn't have shipped. The nominees are Avowed, Drag Drive, trademark, Dreams of Another, Lost Soul Aside, Metroid Prime 4, Mind's Eye, Ninja Gaiden 4, and Nintendo Switch Trademark 2, Welcome Tour. 3 votes?
Sounds good to me.
I'll let Aggro lead.
Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour. Jesus.
Can we talk about the levels of shouldn't have shipped that occurred there? Because it is a software in which they go, yes, our in fact OLED model looks better. However.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
That's pretty fucking rough.
And also, like, you could make the argument that it should have shipped with the console.
True.
It was dangerous to go alone. The old man was right.
At the same time, having played it, oh my god, they shouldn't have shipped that with the console.
Yeah, Christ.
Mind's Eye. A launch so disastrous it may have driven the game's creator insane. And I'm going to go with Dreams of Another, a game I get more annoyed by the farther away I get from it. Have you ever gotten a Christmas present that was a box that was put in another box that was wrapped in duct tape that was put in another box that was put in another box, and that first box just had like a $10 gift card and a mean-spirited note in it?
Jesus.
Okay. I'm still digesting. We'll go to Chris next.
Mind's Eye. Like that is the one where it was somebody at some point should have gone, no. Sony should have canceled Lost Soul Aside. I cannot believe they pushed that out. That should be like embarrassing to the entire company.
100%.
Lost Soul Aside's terrible. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour probably shouldn't exist at all. But Ninja Gaiden 4 is more embarrassing, so I'm going to say that one.
Oh, wow. Okay, we go to Bob now.
Yeah, I have to vote for Ninja Gaiden 4. I think that literally ended the franchise, and in the most disrespectful way they could.
He passed on the torch.
Just someone who's awful and has no character.
Yippee.
Yippee. Ugh. Metroid Prime 4 is one of the few games I think we've ever seen that has interviews come out near its launch about how it was made wrong. Just straight up.
Especially from Nintendo.
Right? It's like, yeah, we moved it off this developer and then took the entire broken bad design document to a new dev and had them make the same bad broken game. It's like, what? You did that?
Wow, those idiots made a pipe bomb. Okay, whatever. Hey, you idiots, make the same thing.
Oh my god, there are too many strong nominees this time. Jesus.
I know. I'm looking at this, and the reason I haven't gone yet is I am sweating, worrying that I won't even vote for Avowed.
Yeah, fair. Avowed obviously also shouldn't have shipped, but
Oh, no, the Avowed needed to have shipped so they could beta test it so that I could play it this year.
I'm really caught between Lost Soul Aside and Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. But I think in some world, at least Lost Soul Aside is that small new developer's first time actually shipping a game out. And that was a learning experience for them. There is no positive you can find from Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. That just is a product blatantly should never have been conceived.
It's the one positive that came out of it is me getting to point at Nintendo's own software saying, yeah, our screen sucks.
Yes. Because other than that, it's a bunch of the same bad minigame over and over again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to vote the way I really think the first two have to go. Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour. The only good thing to come out of that was bonding with Sebmall. That is it. That thing is unfucking real. It is homework. It is a chore. It is horrible. It is flabbergasting in the same way that fucking Howard Lincoln was when he played Mario 2 and was stupefied that Miyamoto could make a game that mean. That is me looking at this product. I'm like, Nintendo made this? What the fuck? This is like the worst of soulless, cynical Sony type shit. What is it doing over here? Secondly, Metroid Prime 4. That game should have been canceled. Again.
Yeah, it's a game design that was canceled once. Why'd they make it?
I don't know. It is confounding that they shipped that game in the state it's in after sitting on it for as long as they did. It is the most fucking armchair dev. A fan goes, man, it would be cool if Metroid had an open world, and the monkey's paw spent forever making that happen. Combined with the most brain dead, we need to explain what Silex's beef is, and then you didn't fucking do that in a way that was rewarding or good in the least? Jesus. You should not have shipped that game, and I think they know. I think some part of Nintendo knows shit like this and stopped canceling shit for some reason because between Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour and Everybody Switch, or Everybody 1-2 Switch, we are absolutely in a zone of Nintendo knowing this shit sucks and putting it out anyways, and also Drag Drive. That's also over there. And for my final vote, I'm going to say Mind's Eye. He should have sensed the betrayer amongst him and been like, we can't ship this because the betrayer has sabotaged me. It was bad instincts on his part. The Ben should have known better. He should have just not shipped the game because he should have known that's how they win.
God, I can't be too upset at them shipping that game because it's given me too much fun with this article. And also the insane plot of good and evil Elon Musks.
Yeah, that's showing up in a category during these ceremonies for sure. Okay, so based on voting, currently the top 2 are Mind's Eye and Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour. Then with 2 votes each, it's Metroid Prime 4 and Ninja Gaiden 4. Then with 1 vote each, it's Dreams of Another and Lost Soul Aside. I think the top 2 is correct. We can discuss the order. If you got 1 vote between Mind's Eye and Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour, which one would you vote for to be number 1? With the understanding that the other is number 2, we are going to Chris.
So here's the thing. Would Welcome Tour be in here if it was free?
Yes.
I actually do think there's a really good chance it would be, because it's a completely joyless sack of shit that is constantly making you change the way you have your console set up in a way that is completely unenjoyable, where the difficulty is fucking wild, where the progress is you reading the most uninteresting bullshit about your fucking system, and then on top of all of that, it goes, by the way, we know this is worse than the predecessor in these ways.
Yeah, you sold me. I'm going to go with Welcome Tour. Mind's Eye is bad, but I can easily see how a stupid money investor could just give way too much money to the bins and not look at that game for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome Tour is a Nintendo thing.
Yeah. Bob.
Yeah, it's got to be Welcome Tour. That thing is unacceptable.
I'm also going to vote for Welcome Tour. Aggro.
Yeah, like there's such diametrically opposed circumstances in their genesis and their effect. Because like Welcome Tour just went bloop and whatever. But I think this category really should hinge more on Nintendo knew better than to do this and did it anyway.
I swear we're going to get fucking internal documentation of like memos going around of, we should not ship this, just like we did with everybody on 2 Switch.
Right?
Mhm.
So historically, where do you want your vote to lie?
Oh yeah, Welcome Tour.
Okay. Well, then there we go. We have a number 1. Now the hard part. I think we can all agree Mind's Eye should probably go in second, but
Yeah, I would heavily contest for Prime 4 to be up there above Mind's Eye. Again, because it's Nintendo. They should know better.
also it's an important IP and franchise. I agree. I will allow it to re-enter the mix.
Okay, let me just throw a couple of illuminating facts.
Sure, yeah.
After Mind's Eye came out and its creator went crazy, and then the company laid off 250 people who are now suing the company because of their working conditions and the manner in which they were let go. They're still paying YouTubers to make content on this game.
Are they still
What?
That's insane.
What the fuck is with the machinations at play here?
Like, Metroid Prime 4 is maybe not the Metroid game it should have been. Mind's Eye is out here destroying lives and minds.
Okay, so here's my thought. We can just drop Dreams in Another and Lost Soul Aside since they have 1 vote each, and then do 2 votes between the 3 choices of Mind's Eye, Metroid Prime 4, and Ninja Gaiden 4. Is that acceptable to all parties?
That sounds like they'll figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, between Mind's Eye, Metroid Prime 4, and Ninja Gaiden 4, we get 2 votes each. We're going to start with Chris.
Mind's Eye. This is tough.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ninja Gaiden 4 offends me more, so I wish that one would have been canceled.
We now go to Bob.
Prime 4 and Ninja Gaiden 4.
Prime 4 and Mind's Eye. Sorry, Aggro. You gotta...
Oh, no, here's the interesting twist. Mind's Eye, and I really don't have skin in the game between the other two. I don't know if I can help you guys with that one.
Oh, no! the classic abstaining from using all the votes, a completely valid system.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we allow for that, because man, there are just sometimes you don't give a shit. Would you feel good if I let you just throw it on Dreams of Another?
No, like I'm happy it was here. It isn't in this weight class at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. I am okay with 2 different rankings, and I'm curious what Chris and the others think about this. So we got Nintendo Switch 2, welcome to her number 1. I'm okay with Mind's Eye Prime 4 Gaiden 4, or Prime 4 Mind's Eye Gaiden 4. But I don't think there's any situation where I think Gaiden should rise above Prime. Because I think Prime is the larger disaster that is more damaging, that is more a completely just, this didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I think I have to. Even though I am more upset by Ninja Gaiden 4, that game was revealed like 8 months before it came out. We knew it was being made by somebody else. We knew it had a different protagonist. And as it became increasingly obvious as we got closer, they were the main character.
Uh-huh.
Like it wasn't even a 2 protagonist situation. So I guess I would put Prime 4 above it because Nintendo had they canceled it once.
Right.
That's the part that's
no.
insane.
Mm-hmm.
You can't convince me they didn't know. And now it's like, with Prime 4, the future of the fucking franchise and the studio is like, what's even gonna happen now? If you ask Tanabe, he would say they're definitely gonna finish that trilogy of Silex.
Yes, everyone cares so much.
Okay, so the question, I guess, then, is it Mind's Eye then Prime 4 or Prime 4 then Mind's Eye? We'll do a vote between just those 2 and get 1 vote each. Aggro.
Mind's Eye.
Bob.
Prime 4.
Chris.
Mind's Eye.
Christ. I'm gonna relent and vote for Mind's Eye for one reason. No human being should ever ship a GTA game with nothing to do in it where you drive for multiple minutes straight while listening to voices on the radio. That is just easily, observably a game you should never ship.
Like that's fun when I choose to do it, not when you make me do it.
Not when that's the only thing to do. It is even more confounding given the origin point of it being this mission creator structure that is so flaccid in its execution. And then you strapped this high budget cutscene laden, but barely stitched together story in it. Like, Bob, do you remember there were moments where the story didn't seem aware of the distance between different elements of it? Like the shuttle launch shit?
Oh, yeah, that game is a very strange mess.
It is a very strange mess. It is definitely the hottest mess of all of these.
Which is kind of funny when something like Lost Soul Aside is sitting here.
I know. I was staring at it. I was like, yeah, Lost Soul Aside has a very much, we have sorted all the jelly beans into different containers based on their colors as a gameplay design thing. Where it's like, and then you go to the budget dimension, then you go back to the hub, and then you go to the thing, and then you go to the budget dimension. But it doesn't have that energy that the story and the mission creator and all these other things develop into Mind's Eye that make it this level of a hot mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and say we should give that second. My vote's on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can lock this in. Bob, I'm sorry.
It's the future I anticipated. It's fine.
Because it's true. Like, resurrecting a fucking franchise like Ninja Gaiden 13 years after they shipped the prior one. And doing this year of the ninja shit. And then just doing that with it is completely not
Yeah, no, ending that on a wet fart and basically discarding your old protagonist people like for no reason. That didn't feel good.
Every part of Ninja Gaiden 4 is kind of idiotic in how it thinks it engineered a hype thing. Because it's wrong about every element. And then you'll see Ayame, and that'll be cool. Okay, what's Ayame doing? She's standing there as you run past her. Never to see her again.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I think we can lock this in, though. Everyone's good with this order?
Yeah.
Okay. The 2025 game that shouldn't have shipped is Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour, followed by Mind's Eye in second, Metroid Prime 4 in third, and runner-up Ninja Gaiden 4. Thank you to all of our nominees who keep shipping games that you shouldn't.
We should not be thanking them.
Oh, but that Mind's Eye stream was great.
Yes, it was. That's arguably the best game on the list here.
And that Nintendo Switch Trademark 2 Welcome Tour podcast was powerful. Metroid Prime 4 was kind of a funny stream, and Ninja Gaiden 4, I just felt bad for you for over a day straight. I'm so sorry. Next category, biggest fuck up, sponsored by the Make FPS Great Again hat.
What a hat.
What a...
That was a fucking powerful hat. Few hats completely kill a game before it's even out.
I know. Right?
I've never seen a hat so unpolitical.
The nominees are $70 games, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real humans, Larian's AI statements and Twitter debacle. Much to think about with that nominee. Changing my status right now. Marathon's stolen art, which in and of itself really undersells it. Like, that description cannot encapsulate how wild that is. And the saga of multiverses. I want to be kind. I want to do 3 votes. I think this will go quick even with 3 votes. Is everyone okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting with Chris.
Marathon stolen art. That's... With Larian and Fatal Fury, both of those were stupid decisions, but at least I understand the angle on one of the 2 real people in Fatal Fury. And Larian, if the CO just shuts his fucking mouth until their next game comes out, people will forget. Ain't nobody forgetting Marathon stolen art.
Especially not, the finance team who has to write those checks.
And pay that artist for working on their special edition.
Oh.
$70 Games has sunk multiple games in 2025.
Yeah.
Like, even Monster Hunter. Like, if that isn't a fuck up, I don't know what is. And Multiversus, because from my perspective, Multiversus is like, you take your child to the doctor, and the doctor says, okay, this is easy to treat. Just give them this twice a day. And then you don't, and they die. And you're confused. Like, there's no there's no reason they should have launched Multiversus with no real changes, except ones that were made monetization more predatory, and then just watched it die at the exact same rate again. Like, that's we've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
It's true.
I agree. I'm throwing my first vote on the saga of Multiverses. It is truly the Metroid Prime 4 of this list. Multiple fucking tiers of, you didn't need to do that, bro. Why are you doing this? I do think there's something to be said for $70 games not selling nearly the scale of $60 games, and it really feeling like this year of all years, we sold a third of what we would have at 60, but hey, we made $10 more dollars each.
This math makes sense, right?
No. Oh man, this is really hard. To choose between Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real humans, Larian's AI statements and Twitter debacle, and Marathon stolen art is a fucking hellscape. I don't know.
The Larian thing is deeply stupid, but it being so far removed from them putting a product out really dampens its power, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame the hat sponsored this category.
Yeah, that would have taken it easy.
It's true.
Right? We got
So
to see that everything crashed the same year it happened.
You know what? I will vote identically to Chris. I'm going to give it to Marathon Stolen Art. Man, that shit is wild. You never see that many fingerprints so easily observable. It's like, man, this is really specific. Hot damn. And this isn't a little of this. This is a lot of this you stole. Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and give it to that. Aggro.
Yeah, Marathon Stolen Art is the nightmare scenario. You could not conceivably go, oh, you know, it's in the same style and there are similarities. No, you got caught with your hand in the fucking jar. You could hear like a whole chain of executives' buttholes seize when that came to light. $70 games. Because crying that you need a solution doesn't make the solution that doesn't work magically work. And oh, here we are. The saga of multiverses.
Jesus.
Just try it again. Maybe it'll work this time. No, change it a little. Make it slower.
Yeah, make it slower.
Slower, yes.
Make it
Good.
so you don't have every character in training mode.
God.
Fucking geniuses. Hey, Bob, I suppose it's now your turn.
Yeah, no, I have to stand up here for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real people. I
Good.
think not only is that a terrible mistake, it came at the worst time. People were already turning against the game for various reasons. I can't even remember what they were right now. But this was like right at launch. They showed these 2 characters that everyone immediately hated. One, because they are a real person with real allegations. Yeah, no, that completely bombed the game. That game is never going to recover. That game is a rotten cesspool at this point. It's the worst player value of like number of players for basically any of their SNK fighting games in this new relaunch thing.
Yeah, no, they completely fumbled it. They damaged a really important... This should have been a huge moment.
Mm-hmm. And they managed to scare literally everyone away.
It's fucking a sequel to Garo.
Other than that, yeah, $70 games are like obviously a big mistake. I can't really join you guys on the Marathon Stolen Art thing because I feel like most people have already forgotten. Like
Maybe
it was a
you're right,
huge
yeah.
problem that they have now addressed and moved on from, and soon we will all forget the game ever happened.
I don't think that's a win for them, though.
I feel like even if we don't largely forget and somehow this game is successful, they will have forgotten this Stolen Art thing.
It's like, oh good, the flood put out the fire.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, you can't say that guy was that big a failure. We all forgot his failure when he was banished from society and died in a ditch.
When he literally died. Is it really a fuck up if the guy's fucking dead? I think it was based.
So I guess I'm going to put my last vote on the saga of multiverses because that's just too stupid.
Okay. I think this is a reasonable spread of votes. I'm going to go ahead and try to lock in number 1 now and say it's $70 games.
Yeah.
I skipped so many games at launch this year to the point where it stressed me the fuck out during the Game of the Year grind just because they were $70 at launch.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this shit goes on sale if you just wait. If I didn't fucking run a gaming podcast, there is no way I would be buying a $70 game ever.
Mm-hmm.
This next year, unfortunately, in order to prevent this exact problem from happening again, I will be sadly buying some $70 games at launch, despite my much better judgment to do that. But that is only because I run a gaming news podcast. I'm putting my vote on $70 games for number 1. Does anyone feel strongly enough about the saga of multiverses to say it is a bigger fuck up?
No.
Like the saga of multiverses was funny and it was contained. $70 games was everybody holding hands and jumping off the bridge.
$70 games is definitely the bigger fuck up because that will continue into this year even.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly beyond, as nobody learns until they put the hand on the stove 2 or 3 times, it seems like.
Yeah, it's funny because we even have metrics, just really plain metrics from Sony showing that all of these sequels sold way worse. And all of these sequels are $70 instead of $60. Like, God of War 2018 sold better than Ragnarok. Spider-Man 1 sold better than Spider-Man 2, as far as I saw.
Yeah.
We have the data. I don't think it's sheerly because those games are so iterative. I do not believe that.
No, it's absolutely price. Like, we learned like, Monster Hunter makes it undeniable, I think.
Yeah. I think a lot more people would forgive the performance problems if it was 60 instead of 70 because 70 is such a high price. We've been saying for 5 fucking years on this podcast network, if you ship a $70 game, it better be polished, immaculate, and the best in its series, basically.
Yeah, somebody needs to do that. I think it was one of the random indie devs put out their math for why they made the game $8.
Yeah,
and that was complicated equation. It's like, no. Like, $8 and $10 is actually hugely different. 8 is closer to $5, even though it's not $10.
Yes, no, it's true. And 70 feels insane compared to 60.
Yeah, 70 feels like 100.
It does.
That's really it.
You have got to exercise the bean counters from your decision-making structure. They don't understand marketing. They don't understand design. They are not useful to you.
Okay, so I'm glad we could at least come to a consensus on that. Currently, the only things with votes, aside from the Saga of Multiverse, is the Marathon Stolen Art and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real people. Are we committed to giving Saga of Multiverse a second place, or do we need to re-enter that into the voting fray?
I'm fine with Multiverses being second.
Yeah,
Me
it was
too.
a unanimous vote. That's how I feel. Okay, we're all on the same page then. So we got our number 1 and our number 2 locked in. Now we just need to figure out what our number 3 and runner-up is. So the votes are between Marathon Stolen Art and Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real people. We'll go ahead and just go down to 1 vote each, and this is a very direct head clashing of these 2 things, so we have to decide. So maybe this will go differently. Let's go ahead and give it a try. We're going to start with Bob.
Fatal Fury.
Aggro.
I think Bob's won me over to Fatal Fury.
Chris.
Marathon.
I hate that the terms biggest fuck up implies so it caused the most problems for them, the people who did it. Because technically, I do worry that Bob is right and that no one will give a shit that Marathon Stolen Art was a thing. And they even, quote, made good by handing them a shitload of money.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't seen any positive coverage of that game, though. It's like it made people perceive it in a negative way, and then they would never change, even if they forgot, even if source memory took away why they didn't like it.
I feel like that's from
that was
the
happening.
art, though.
Yeah, that was happening before the art thing. The art thing came out, and it was, person you hate does something to prove it.
But the art thing made people who were hesitant on it, made it morally correct to shit on Marathon.
It is true. It did do that. I don't know if, at this point, my perception is, I don't think it has the stink nearly as bad. I think people did move on from that. Whereas, not only, like, sure, it's just an SNK fighter, right? Sure. But there's something been deeply damaged about the SNK brand because of this move, because of how this went, because of who they're owned by now. I do think Bob has also won me over because of that. I'm gonna vote for City of Wolves, including 2 real people. It's because it's not even just we went with really huge celebrity with allegations. Sure. But it's also, and then this DJ I like. And it's like, you've cheapened the whole thing.
It's so directly attached to who owns them now. Like, it's frustrating.
And for these 2 audiences, I feel like more damage was done percentage-wise to City of the Wolves than Marathon. So I'm going to go with that. I say we lock that in for third. And then we give Marathon Stolen Art runner-up, which is insane.
Yup.
Just to be clear. So that's the way the voting went down. I'm going to lock it in. Does anyone have any protests?
No.
No, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So, biggest fuck up, sponsored by the Make FPS Great Again hat. Christ. $70 games. With second place going to the Saga of Multiverses. Third place going to Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, including 2 real people. And runner-up, Marathon Stolen Art. Sorry, Larian AI statements and Twitter debacle. Maybe next time.
Yeah, you'll do this again. We know it.
It's sadly true. I can't imagine them not doing this yet again. Is he still thinking, by the way? I haven't checked in on his profile. And, of course, the iconic Part 1 category. Thing we don't want to have to talk about on Big Think Dimension in 2026, sponsored by AI. This one's kind of cheating, but we're going to count it. First nominee, AI doesn't pop. The bubble just persists and we all go insane for the rest of the year.
It's gotta happen though, right?
Right?
I mean, every day some AI person comes out and says, yeah, it's a bubble. So eventually an investor will realize and it'll snowball.
Enough things are already turning that way, where it feels like it's gotta be soon. But we're putting it here because it's a nightmare scenario. Second nominee, all gaming hardware becomes completely unaffordable. Third nominee, MBS acquiring things. What was the name of this person again?
Mohammed bin Salman.
More companies abandoning consumer hardware. More devs trying $80 or more games.
Come on.
And video games deemed immoral by fascists.
Legally, that's the specific point that needs to be made. Not just they turn on it like rhetorically, because who cares?
Yeah, I feel like they already...
That'd be funny, actually.
Didn't they try that in the
Yes.
last couple of years even? And then everyone just... like,
It didn't go mainstream.
Yeah, they like throw it out. It doesn't take anymore.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit more each time.
So, 3 votes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let Bob lead.
AI doesn't pop. It needs to pop. It just has to. Please.
Uh-huh.
MBS acquiring things, that's always a nightmare. We just talked about City of the Wolves. God.
Yeah, no, it's great. We got a sequel to Microsoft acquiring things.
Yeah, that's so great. More devs trying $80 or more games. Just don't. We don't need to go through this, please.
I'm turning the dial of price of games up and looking back at the audience for approval.
There's no one there.
Aggro.
Yeah, the Saudi royal family buying more shit because stuff being bought isn't good on its face, and this is just an extra dollop of what the fuck. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The farther we get into this paradigm of the data center bubble being the only thing holding the economy up on paper, the more fascinated I am with the idea of it doesn't pop like we're used to seeing. We enter a whole new financial realm, and we have to rework all of our systems around NVIDIA continuing to pretend that any of this is real. And we this is how we reach post-capitalism. It's now just a stable state of NVIDIA lying about shit.
Jesus.
So you're not going to vote for it based on this. This is completely rational that you want to enter an Eon Flux-like universe of insanity.
I'm kind of interested in it not popping.
Jesus.
Aggro's like, please, waiter, more interesting times.
Look, if the times aren't going to be good, they might as well be fun.
Jesus.
More devs trying $80 or more games. I'm so fucking tired. It's not even you're hurting us to help yourselves. You're not helping yourselves, you dumb fucks. I'm going to have to go with all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable. Just not good times in the future on that end.
Yeah, I don't want to have to play the game tank. No one does.
The game tank?
The game tank is that thing we showed on Big Think a little while ago.
I don't even know what. Wait, what?
It's 3D printed.
the 3D printed thing that was at MagFest where the controller is just a nightmare. Oh my god. Can you edit in a picture of that for this moment?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Because Jesus, that C button lives in my brain. Chris.
MBS, because anything they get their hands in, like it's dead. Like it will never produce anything of value ever again. Sorry, Evo. I'm torn because I would because I'm rapidly getting Joker-fied, where it's like it would be funny if all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable and everybody wonders why the industry collapsed. But I guess I'll put one on that and $80 games.
I'm going to vote for AI bubble doesn't pop. That will ruin everything. I need that shit to pop. I don't want to spend even a whole month from now talking about how it didn't pop.
Mm-hmm.
The effects on real life become so fucking insane that a number of things in this fucking running right now are literally caused by that.
Oh, yeah.
All gaming hardware becomes unaffordable because I have numerous times on Big Thing to Mention talked about how important it is to me that we have more affordable gaming options, and I really wish Nintendo would make a console version of the Switch just so we could make a really, really low-cost entry point for more price-sensitive households to be able to enjoy some fucking gaming. And
But they're also at the forefront of $80 video games,
I
though.
know, it's insane, but at least we have Switch 1 as a back catalog of games that run well on the Switch 2. At least there's that.
It's true.
At least there's that. There's a really good opportunity for Nintendo to come in with the only affordable gaming hardware if they make that SKU. But I don't have high hopes because they didn't do it the first time either.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, like most analysts are like, yeah, the Switch 2 is about to go up in price.
Yeah. No. And it's already not a great price. And it already has like a bloated feature set that's uneven and makes no sense other than driving up costs. So what you gonna do? Sucks that I only have one more vote.
Yeah.
I feel like between video games deemed immoral by fascists and like the idea of legal shit getting that, I don't think that'll go anywhere. I don't think that'll have traction. It would be completely unreal to me that actually works out this year. So I'm not afraid of that.
Yeah. The thing is that social conservatives are always the junior partner to financial ones.
Mm-hmm.
More companies abandoning consumer hardware is an onset effect from the AI bubble not bursting. So by voting for that, I already kind of voiced that. That's the only reason they were abandoning consumer hardware. This shit sucks. So I need to throw my last vote probably on MBS acquiring things because more devs trying $80 games. Yeah, sure. Fucking crash your car. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that stupid asshole. He ruined a sports car for no reason. That's how I feel about that. So, currently, we have a unanimous vote on MBS acquiring things. As Agro said, or I think it was Chris said, if they buy it, nothing comes of that. It just becomes dead, whatever they acquire. EA is...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
EA's fucked. It's over for them.
Yeah. All gaming hardware becomes unaffordable is tied with 3 votes, with more devs trying $80 or more games. And with 2 votes, AI bubble doesn't pop. Do we want to just give people 2 votes and try this again? Or do we feel confident enough that we need to do the battle for second and third between all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable and more devs trying $80 or more games?
I feel like AI doesn't pop needs the chance. It needs
Okay.
the chance to make the comeback.
Okay. So we'll do that then. 2 votes each. It is between all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable, more devs trying $80 or more games, and AI doesn't pop. Let's start with Chris, 2 votes.
All gaming hardware becomes unaffordable and $80 games. I can't vote for AI not popping because we'll have to cover these people whining about how it's the future so much more if it does pop. And that will also be irritating. So we're almost in a no-win situation until they all kill themselves. Then it'll be then we'll have won.
Oh my God.
Bob.
Yeah, I have to vote for AI doesn't pop because that is literally ruining the entire world.
Uh-huh.
And the other two, I'm like, doesn't, whatever. I guess all gaming hardware becoming unaffordable.
Aggro.
All gaming hardware becomes unaffordable. And after momentarily losing my composure while staring into the abyss, I think I'm going to vote for AI doesn't pop.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to vote for AI doesn't pop and all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable. That currently gives all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable the unanimous vote, with AI doesn't pop having 3 votes. I'm okay with that pecking order accordingly. Is everyone else okay with locking that in?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah. Because, yeah, like the $80 games thing, it does suck, but Noel's right. It is just, well, I mean, like, it was going to suck for us anyway, so at least it's going to hurt you while you're doing it, dumbass.
Yeah, I'm okay with locking this in. Chris, are you okay with signing off on this, or do you want to make a valiant?
I'm sorry. I'll sign.
Okay, then that means the number one thing we don't want to talk about on Big Thing to Mention in 2026, sponsored by AI, which is also a nominee, MBS acquiring things. With second place going to all gaming hardware becomes unaffordable, and third place going to AI bubble doesn't pop. Runner-up, more devs trying $80 or more games. Fuck all of our nominees! And the last category for this episode of Game of the Year, game that none of us played. Digimon Story Time Stranger. Duh. Guess why? It was $70. Hey, we're nothing if not consistent.
The executive producers for this month's GigaBoots videos are Spaceman Spiff, Red Blaze 27, Brendan O'Sullivan, Cooper Tank, BN12, and Rado. Thank you very much to our executive producers, and also these guys. If you want to become an executive producer or a normal patron, head on over to patreon.com/gigaboots today.